Hello everybody, welcome to this channel. In this video we'll talk about a PowerShell script file. We'll discuss what a PowerShell script is, what it is used for, and what the importance of a PowerShell script is. And of course, to make it a PowerShell script, what should be the extension of the file. And of course, to make some demo, also we will touch on how to set variables and how to access the values of those variables also down within the scripts. So let's get to it. And as our demo platform, we'll use this my Azure platform terminal that I have, and so we'll use that and do the demo right there. But like I mentioned, what is a PowerShell script? Right? Definitely you will should be able to find in the websites, in the different sites, but I would like to summarize it. A PowerShell script is a plain text file containing one or more PowerShell commands. Those commands can be called also commandlets. So a PowerShell script is full of instructions. Those instructions could be in the form of loops, but it can be constructed using variables, loops, or conditional statement, and even the beautiful feature called function. As we know, this PowerShell script is what is used to automate tasks, different type of tasks. Either could be administrative tasks or could be configuration tasks within the window environments. Yes, you heard me right. This PowerShell script is used for in a window platform or Windows environment. Yes, if you want to use it for other environment like Linux or Mac OS, it has to be you have to have a PowerShell core. So again, this PowerShell script that we use is mostly suited and then is more default to the Windows environment. And so, like I said, this is the PowerShell script, but to say that it's a PowerShell script to your environment, what should it be? Which is the extension. So if I am here in my terminal, to make it to make a file, you can see here a file here, right? There's a lot of files, right? Those files are not a PowerShell script. To make a file is a PowerShell script, it has to have a specific extension. Extension, as you might see, extension is like you see those VIM, those conf, right? This is the extension. As you know, in Linux we have .sh. Same thing for a PowerShell script. To make it, to say it is a PowerShell script and be able to run, it has to have a unique extension, which is called PS1. Okay, so I just wrote it. So the file has to be something like that. Let's say, let's create now a new item, right? So new item, let's say it's test dot. Again, this is the extension PS1. There you go. So this is the file. This is I can say this is the PowerShell script file because it has an extension PS1. If a file has an extension PS1, it has the potential to run as a script. Then it can run all the commands within it. Okay, so we talked about what a PowerShell is and what is where it is used commonly, and also what an extension is. The next is going to be how to create let's do an example. Let's do a demo. Within that demo, we'll talk about variables and how to create or set a variable and assign the value to it, plus and how to run the scripts afterward. Okay, so in this file, as you see here, as you can see, there shouldn't be anything, right? It's empty. It's just a file. So let's add instructions. Like we said, the PowerShell script file is full of instruction. So let's create the instructions. Let's add the instructions, and in doing so, let's do that by making variables. For that, I can I can update the file using my VIM. So my terminal has the ability to use the VIM, and so I can use this to update the file I have here. So if I want to add instructions, I have to make it insert. I have to change it into the mode, insert mode, by typing the keyword I. So let's add the instructions. To do that, first let's add variables. Let's set a variable. To set a variable that's also our main part of the talk. To set a variable, you have to give the name. The name has to start with $sign. $sign first name, and then space, $sign, space. Unlike the Linux, you can have a space. You should have a space, actually. You should have a space. So, and then to assign a value to this variable, you just give the value within the double quotes, within a quote. First name is John. How about last name? Say last name also. I start with the $sign to make it to tell my script this is a variable. So last name, John Doe, for example. Now further down my file or my instructions, I should be able to use those variables I already assigned at the top. I can reuse them multiple times. So now in this example, let's just echo them. We echo using the basic right host, right? Right host. Okay, right host. So if the information that I'm going to put are not a variable, I have to put them inside the double quote. So my full name is here, $sign, first name, space, $sign, last name. So what this gonna do is it's gonna give me the value those, and then a space, and then first name, space, last name. Actually, I don't really need to have double quote, by the way. I'm sorry. It's not a real must, because the system knows, the PowerShell knows. If it is a right host, it's expecting values. If the value don't have a $sign, they will be treated as a string, a normal string, and they will be output as they are. But if they have a $sign, they will be treated as a variable, and then they will try to find the value of those variables, which it can find them here from the top. Okay, so if I save it, I'm just going to escape and then double colon WQ, save and exit. My file has a this PowerShell script file has some instructions within it. It will, if I run this, it will do something. It will give me something. Imagine in a high level, if we were using this, we would be passing some other stuff. Hey, create this, do this, download something from there, and then after downloading, make this, process this, or something. This is what we would use to do all these instructions. Like I said, this channel is about, ultimately, it's going to be about DevOps, talking about DevOps, the whole DevOps terms, instruction, technology, terminologies, especially the tools. In doing so, DevOps have to know those scripting languages. PowerShell, Linux, Pythons, and a lot others. So that's why I'm just giving you an overview and high level of every scripting language that I think will be helpful when we get to those real discussion, like GitHubs or the Jenkins and other tools. We don't have to discuss much if we use them. We can just use them as they are without much going deep inside them, because we will believe that we are already discussing now. So here I have the script is created, and the instruction, it has all the instructions are also put inside it, and what's left is execution, right? We discuss about what the file is and what the extension is and how to put instruction inside it with all variables. Simple, because again, we'll talk about functions and the others later on, and even loops maybe, but for now we're just gonna do simple discussion about PowerShell and the variables, and then also execute it. How do you execute this? How do you execute a PowerShell script? One of the easy way is to just do $, the period /. Sometimes they say /, but like I said, I'm using a little specific this terminal, and I'm using it from Azure. Seems to be a little smart. It's trying to kind of, it is a PowerShell, probably it's a maybe it's a PowerShell core, but it is a PowerShell. So even though it's a PowerShell, it's trying to make it also look like I'm working in a Linux environment anyway. So that's why it's put it /. If you were to do it in a command prompt terminal, normally I think it's gonna be /, period /. But in here, this works. So to execute the file, I can just do this, period /, and then the file name. If I execute it, here, my full name is John Doe. So what was inside, all the instruction that was inside the file got summarized into the final, right host. So the previous were a declaration. And so this is how it would output me. So the other way of executing my script, PowerShell script, is a PowerShell.exe and the file. So like I mentioned again from the beginning, this is a Microsoft Azure platform and a terminal that's provided by the Azure cloud. And unfortunately, the PowerShell.exe is not there. I think so we were working on the PowerShell core. I guess for now this is how we would do. But again, if you are using if you are practicing with your command prompt terminal, I think you would do that PowerShell.exe test.this one. It's telling me that the PowerShell.exe doesn't exist, so that's why we cannot use the execute our file using that way. But you definitely can do in your Windows environment. So yeah, this was it for today, and I hope this was informative and helpful to you. A good introduction, good maybe memory refreshing discussion. If you have any comments or questions, or maybe you want to correct me in many ways, please don't hesitate to leave me in the comment sections. If you find this information helpful as well, consider sharing it to your friends, anyone you think is would benefit from this. For more video to come, like I said, this is the beginning of our long way goal. Please don't forget to subscribe. For now, bye bye.